Best relationship advice for new couples. According to experts, taking relationship advice for new couples can sound questioning at times. Some might not even believe that relationships do need to be consulted at times. In modern times, relationships haven't been as they were back in the 90s. The dynamic of relationships has changed over the course of decades. Today world, the relationship can be considered as a game of attraction. You spark attraction and the spark eventually turn into a flame and a flame into a fire of a relationship of love and attraction. A few relationships are gifted with a blessing, some are together from childhood, turn into a friendship and friendship into a relationship. Lucky ones make it to the marriage day and the kids. It's a process of life. Some are fortunate enough to have the first love as their last, but not in every case, as the dynamics of relationships have changed in recent times. In today's article, we put our focus on new couples, as marriage brings its own responsibilities. You are no more in a relationship that can be shifted to another anymore, as commitment and family responsibilities now hang like a sword on your head. Keeping your spouse happy emotionally, physically, and mentally is a key element. The responsibilities also carry on towards your spouse's family, as now you also have to keep them content with your work, financial status, and commitments you made. Here there are a few tips for a new relationship that is just blossoming, or you can also take it as some suggested relationship advice for new couples. Top tips for a newly married couples. Well, if your childhood friendship turned into a teenage relationship and as an adult, you have finally married your childhood partner, then very congratulations, you and your spouse are well known in the relationship game. But this is not the case in every couple, as many of you out there were never in a long-term relationship and know nothing about how the dynamic of the relationship works. Here are some tips for new relationship couples, on how can they maintain a healthy dose of love, attraction, romance, and happiness in their relationships. Respect your spouse. This is one of the most important elements of a relationship. We all have ups and downs in life. You need to respect your spouse and accept the facts of the failures of his or her past life. It is like forgiveness and reliving your spouse. As we know, the relationships have turned into a game for the teenage. Mistakes and failure of relationships happen with everyone. After you get married, you should always be open to the spouse of your past relationships and expect the same from him or her. Confessing past mistakes at the very start of your new relationship will only make your bond strong. So make sure to respect your spouse's feelings and accept their failures in a past life. Build it on trust. Often in cases, men and women do get possessive at the start of a relationship. It often makes the relationship strong, but being over-possessive can kill your relationship and you won't even be aware of it. Over-possessiveness is the reason why many men lose their wives or end up making their life horrible. Same cases of women being too over-possessive can get into arguments and fights to make the man's life like a curse. I have seen many women interfering in their spouse's life. This indirectly affects the work ethic of a man, ending up making him unproductive financially and mentally. Here is when the elements of trust play an important role. Trusting your spouse in every situation is a key element of a healthy relationship. So stop being over-possessive. Just a little spark of possessiveness is enough to make your relationship strong, and build it on the pillars of trust and respect. Time is the river and we just flow with it. If you're looking forward to a long-term lifetime relationship with your spouse, then you have to respect the element of time and space. Often newlywed couples burn with a spark of attraction which is irresistible at times, and you get too close to your spouse only to know at a later stage that you both have slipped out from all the attraction. From maintaining attraction in a relationship, it's necessary to give each other time and live your own life, work or with your family. Go out on a vacation with friends, or just hang out with your office colleagues. This helps you to refresh your mind. Spending time away from each other will act as good medicine for you and indeed help maintain attraction in your relationship. Build a good sense of humor. Last but not the least, and the most important element to building your relationship dynamic, is a good sense of humor. Couples who often cross 50 years of marriage or togetherness have always built a good sense of humor between both, and this is the real reason why their relationship has been so successful over the course of decades. When there is a sense of humor between both, it brings love, attraction, possessiveness, caringness, trust, and respect, and blends all of them into a perfect mixture that promises a strong relationship dynamic with strong pillars of trust that can never be shaken.